Well, today's theme being green architecture, I'd like to focus on, well, green buildings.
And actually, we are in a green building right now.
Yes, we are. Actually, we're on the 10th floor of the rooftop of a 10th-story building.
This is actually a building complex called the Roppongi Hills, which has become a very popular spot for dining, shopping, and partying recently in Tokyo.
And although it looks like just a regular garden, a lot of effort has been put in to build it. I mean, just the weight alone of this rooftop, which consists of trees, brushes, grass, flowers, is about 3,600 tons. It seems like more office buildings are being required to have this kind of green space.
Well, it's part of recent legislation by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government that you must green part of the surface of office buildings. And they are making that an obligation now in order to counter what's called the heat island syndrome, which is when the sun hits concrete and asphalt, you have heat reflected, it creates enormously hot areas in the city. And to avoid that, you have to green part of office buildings.
Well, I think it's a totally good measure to keep down the heat. I mean, this building alone has allocated 4% of the building as a green space. So now let's take a look at what can make a building green, literally.
Heat island effect is a serious issue in the metropolitan Tokyo area. The concrete buildings and asphalt paving hold in heat from the sun, and as a result, the temperature rises. To counter this phenomenon, afforestation around buildings has been promoted in many places in Tokyo. It is an attempt to cool the air around buildings by blocking direct sunlight with plants. This is a rooftop garden on a corporate complex in the vicinity of Tokyo Tower. This place is filled with plants and flowers. The building owner has turned her love of roses into a passion for horticulture in general. But there is a drawback. Greening buildings takes time, effort, and money. It's impossible for some buildings to structurally bear the weight of large amounts of soil on their rooftops. To solve these problems and make afforestation easier, one company has developed an unusual product. Instead of soil, what they are using is a special sponge-like material. The material is made of urethane and a moisture-dispersing agent. There are countless numbers of pores in the material. The differently shaped bubbles contain appropriate amounts of moisture, creating a perfect balance. The plants can be grown using hydroponic techniques.
It doesn't crumble, and it's really light. The lighter weight makes green urban rooftops possible where before heavier soil tended to hinder the process.
Installment is also easy. The seed beds can be prepared within a day for a regular rooftop. First, you connect the sectional containers and pour in the water. Then you just plant the previously cultured seedlings. You can do it without having to use any heavy equipment. We compared the temperatures of the asphalt surface to the vegetation area. the thermographic reading showed a difference of 33 degrees Celsius. These easy-to-make and cost-efficient rooftop gardens are helping to make urban summers more comfortable. Meanwhile, there is a place that has served as a catalyst for the greening boom in residential areas. It's an elementary school in Tokyo. At the school, there's a wall called the Green Curtain that is covered in over 20 meters of vegetation. It was created by growing climbing plants like cucumbers near the windows on the southern side where direct sunlight hits. One of the teachers, Ruriko Kikumoto, came up with the idea.
By growing the green curtain, you start to pay attention to soil and nature around you. And then something clicks inside. You want to be responsive to the environment, so the green curtain is an antidote for the heat island effect.
It was 38 degrees Celsius outside. In the classroom, it was 32, a difference of 6 degrees. The energy-saving effect is outstanding. We can clearly see the difference the green curtain makes by looking at the thermographic image. The concept of the green curtain was created in Kikumoto's private garden. When she planted bitter gourds right outside her southern window, the plants shut out 80% of the direct sunlight. There is another merit. When the plants pull water out of the soil and evaporate it from their leaves, the moisture carries away the heat and cools down the air. The green curtain has been gaining support among residents of the condominium. Now the plants covering the building are contributing toward energy efficiency. The green curtain movement is now spreading to many places all over Japan. On a local shopping street in Tokyo, about 30 stores have adopted green curtains. For the houses of the elderly suffering from the heat, a green curtain campaign has been implemented.
People from the main shopping street are working really hard. It'll cool the air.
One person's eco idea has sent a cool breeze through an entire community.